Yeah, what is going on, adulterers? Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Adulthood podcast. I got no dates to promote this week. We are on vacation. I am in the Dominican Republic, and DJ APM is in Europe, right?
Yep.
DJ APM is in Europe, but nonetheless, we brought you an episode for you guys to enjoy. This episode, we talk about winning the lottery. We touch on travel etiquette. What else did we talk about?
A whole lot of gold.
Whole lot of wellness and mental health gold. Thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe, like, reshare the clips, tell your friends to listen to the Adulthood podcast and help us continue to grow.
Because it's incredible.
Hope y'all enjoy that. Yo, welcome back to the Adulthood podcast.
Yes, sir. We back.
We're back, baby. Another Monday. That means another release. The people are waiting for it. We come at you. What is this, episode 14?
We up there.
14. I never know the episodes. I know
It's a
people like, why doesn't he just learn the episodes?
We should put it on the board.
Yeah.
Get a board.
This is episode 14. I'm Ian Lara. This is DJ APM.
The Big Apple. Woo!
And this is the Adulthood podcast. We are a wellness podcast.
That's right. In the wellness space.
Yes, where we teach people how they should live
Yes.
when you reach a certain age
Yes.
of adult.
Yes.
And we're back for another week, baby. How was your weekend?
My weekend was fantastic. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into that, you might see this illustrious, luxurious pillow on there. And you know what? It's not for sale. I just wanted to highlight it.
You can't get this.
Investment in our own intellectual property.
You can't get this.
No.
One
my
of a
weekend
kind.
was good. You know, I was at Taj doing my thing, making people dance and
Oh,
spend money.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. First, I got to address. I have
okay.
to address.
Yes.
First of all, stop asking about Marty. She's gone and she's not coming back.
We have the AI.
We have AI Ash Cash here, and she's here to stay.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Continue,
Thank you.
because people have been
That's
messaging.
a public announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Yeah, I was at Taj. It was cool. You know, big shout out to my man Frankie Banks, promoter.
Yeah.
Doing the thing.
Shout out Frankie.
Yo, Frankie.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
Good. I was in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah, Baltimore. I was at the Comedy Port. Did a bunch of shows there. A lot of people came out. It was a good time. Shout out
Okay.
to people who've been coming out. People telling me that they listen to the cast. I get a lot of people telling me they listen to the cast.
Yo, big shout out to everybody that's listening.
That's my love
Baltimore.
language.
Yeah.
Tell me you listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
that's the way to my
Week in and week out. Yo, I saw something.
heart.
I think it was a DM or so. I think it was on the YouTube page. Big shout out to everybody that subscribes to the YouTube page. But it was like, yo, man, y'all got to keep it coming. A week is too long.
people.
Tell your friends.
I swear, people, you do stuff. People they just get used to it. They think it like you're doing this for free.
Yeah.
And they're like, listen, I need more.
Hey, sorry.
I need more.
Yeah,
I need more.
Nobody told y'all to be funny, outstandingly funny.
Look, we do this weekly because we wanna experience life. It's
Yeah.
important to experience. We don't want to just come up here because some people have podcasts and you hear them ranting on about
the
stuff they know
same
nothing about.
Stuff. Yeah.
We want to experience life and come back at you with new stuff.
Versus you being basically like a GYN going 5 for 5 on women's knowledge.
Yeah.
You know
A
things.
guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone that's been messaging us, telling us that they listen and that they appreciate it and that they love it. It's fun. It's fun to, cause we started this as just let's see where it goes, and now people like need it to live.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
That's very true.
How was Taj this weekend?
Taj was pretty, it was calm. Good turnout. What's the song? Pound Town was one of the hits of the night.
Pound Town, just left Pound Town. Yeah. We spoke about that.
Yeah.
The women rappers, they're very offensive.
It causes a real emotional reaction amongst the women folk that are in there.
Yeah.
They lose it.
The funny part is if you were to take like a quick quiz and ask them what do they do, these are like the lawyers,
Nurses,
teachers, nurses.
CPAs.
These are the people that are in charge of your kids.
Yeah.
But it's Saturday night and they're in the club
And they want to go to
yelling that they just been
Pound
took Pound Town.
I think one of the words is I let him lick me out, something like that.
Yeah, I think my booty hole brown. I think that's
something
like,
like
a
that.
lyric in it.
Yeah. So
the future though.
but big shout out to the nurses, the doctors, the lawyers, all of the professionals that turn up on Saturday nights.
Yeah. Did I tell you about Bridgeport?
No.
Speaking of the teachers, yeah. When I did my show at Bridgeport a couple weeks ago, my dad's retired after 32 years of teaching.
Congrats to him. Congrats to him.
32
Can
years
we put
of
some
teaching.
applause in there?
He hung up the jersey. He retired, and he was a teacher in Bridgeport for 32 years, Bridgeport, Connecticut. And I just happened to be doing shows there a couple weeks ago in CT, and one of his colleagues, like another teacher, messaged him about my show because apparently they had it. It was like a thing on the highway. What do you call that?
A display?
A billboard.
Oh,
it was on the highway.
Excuse me.
And the teacher saw it and saw that I was coming, so they messaged him and invited him to the show. And I never really had my dad come out to like a regular show. Like he came with me to the Tonight Show and he was at the HBO thing, but I don't really bring him to like every day because that's just work for me. Like every day is just work. Bring my dad to work. But she messaged him. She's like, hey, we're all going to your son's show. We would like to invite you. And then he reached out to me. He was like, oh, you have a show in Bridgeport. I didn't know what was going on. But I was like, why would they tell you about my show? Like I was going to tell you, but I thought he was going to be out of town, but I was going to tell you anyway. Long story short, I show up to the show. It was on a Thursday and his colleagues bought like 60 tickets. It was just his whole... Every teacher he's ever worked with was at the show, and they did like an impromptu retirement party for my dad.
At your show?
At my show.
Wow.
Yeah. And I didn't realize what was going on till like I was a third done through the show. Because I said something, and I'm like, I said something about teachers, and they like wooed, and I'm like, are you guys all teachers? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, do you guys all know my dad? And they were like, they lost their mind. But it was great. The show was great. The audience was great. And that was so cool for like him. It was like such a big thing. They presented him an award.
That's what's
at
up.
The thing after retiring, and yeah, these colleagues got to see me perform. It's weird when your dad's a teacher because my dad is like a very serious guy, and I'm up there talking about eating ass, and I feel like it was like
you still went with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't change who I am. Teachers are one of the kinkiest people I know. Teachers and nurses, they're very wild.
You know, they work with kids.
Yeah. Which, you know, but they party hard.
They probably party the hardest.
The hardest because they have a window.
Yeah. Honestly, any occupation that has to deal with like a lot of stress, like if you're stressed on a daily basis, those events that you really get to let loose, they go for it. Accountants, they get crazy.
Yeah.
Like
nurses
said,
are
teachers,
top, I think. Nurses, because anytime you have to deal with like vomit, death, and shit, I feel like you're going to be pretty sexually free.
You're going to be on the edge, too.
Yeah.
You're going to be on the edge.
You ever dated a nurse?
I was going to... Did I? No, I didn't.
I dated a nurse.
I was going to say, was it a nurse that eye gouged you?
Yeah, she was a nurse. Yeah, she was a nurse. There you go. Medical profession.
This is the Adulthood pod. You see, you take the lessons and boom.
The eye gouge girl was a nurse. Yeah, she was a nurse.
I was guessing. What's the lotto numbers tonight?
Yeah, well, you know the Powerball was 900 million. Somebody won it last night.
For real?
Yeah.
I haven't even been watching.
900 million. What would you do if you won $900 million?
I already have the protocols in place.
What would you do?
I'm disappearing like Liam Neeson. Like, you won't see me. I got an island already on reserve and getting rid of all technology. I'm going to fade to black.
You're gonna just be ghost?
And all my family, like the ones that's close, they got the protocol. Cuckoo!
Wouldn't you think it would ruin your life though?
What?
Like winning all that money?
But that's only if you publicize it.
But you and I looked this up because I thought I was gonna win. But so I wanted to be prepared. I didn't want it to catch me off guard. So I looked up all the information. When you win in New York State, you have to announce your name legally. Because the lottery board uses it as promotion. Yes.
But isn't there...
And they get the rights to like tell your story of like this guy was a unemployed comedian who didn't sell out any shows and now he won.
But did they win it from New York?
I didn't see where it was from. I
buy my tickets in Connecticut and Jersey and PA. So technically I won't have to announce anything.
Yes. I'm not I didn't research that far. I'm not sure where it works. But even if, I feel like people would know.
They can know.
Like we would start this podcast and we would be on a plane and people would be like, that's not where they normally film.
Yeah. I mean, they could know. There's nothing wrong with them knowing. It's just that I'm just not going to be around.
How much money are you giving your family?
Under undisclosed amount.
Why? This is hypothetical. This is completely hypothetical.
Just because I don't want to show like how frugal that I really am inside, so I can't put that out.
If you win $900 million, let's say after you tax it out, if you take the lump sum payment, that's about 500. Yeah,
okay.
Close to that.
Let's do five
to call it even. If I have $500 million overnight, I wasn't prepped for this because this is the problem when you win the lottery. It's overnight. Most billionaires grow to it, right? You get $1 million first, you learn how to be a millionaire, you learn how to be 50 million, you learn how to be 100 million, then you get $1 billion. It's not that much different in life. But you go from this to $500 million. It's very eye-opening. It's very jarring.
I think it's definitely better to be a little bit older to get that like lump sum of money, like any type of large amount of money. But like it's also like you roll the dice because shit, if you old and you never had that kind of money, you still gonna wild out too. So it's just about like, man, you gotta have the right people in your corner.
Who are the right people? There's no right people.
I don't know.
Everybody's wrong.
I'm calling Jay-Z. I think that like when you get that amount of money, you get like Jay-Z's number.
See,
you might get Puff Daddy's number. You know what I'm saying?
People say that. A lot of people say that, but I'm like, getting Jay-Z's number is not going to be easy because you're new money. They're not fond of new money. They want people that been there before.
You're not verified. You're pre-Instagram checks. Like you bought this check. We've had this check.
Exactly. Okay. Now $500 million, I would give away. Without exaggeration, I would give away at least $100 million.
$100 million gone?
Yeah.
After taxes?
Yeah.
Who?
I would just between family and philanthropy and.
So do I fall in the philanthropy or the family part?
I would give you money.
I need at least.
I'll give all you guys money.
At least 12.5.
I would just be handing out money. Is the phone ringing?
That's me. I apologize. Yeah.
No, I would give out everyone, like pretty much anyone that's ever been like nice to me will get something.
That's very irresponsible. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
It's my mom.
Oh, you want to take it?
No, that would have been hilarious.
No, maybe it's an emergency.
No, it's okay. I'll call her back. I'll text her.
All right.
Damn. Sorry about that.
She wants her money. she hears talking that lottery talk. Yeah, so I think anyone who was ever nice to me would get some money.
And then like, so $100 million for sure.
No, I'm not giving away one person $100 million. I'm
total
separate. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I want to give back. Maybe donate to like cancer kids.
Okay, how much?
I don't know. What do they need? How much do they need?
What St. Jude's is every year.
Maybe I'll start a scholarship.
The Ian Lara scholarship?
The Ian Lara scholarship.
To what school? And then like, would it be a comedy scholarship?
But it would only be for D students. Because there's a lot of scholarships for A students.
That's not fair.
And they have them all. It's only for like kids who like are going to slack off.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I won the lottery. Like,
I support that.
I'll pay for you to go slack off.
And the thing is too, is like, you're already an A student. Like, what do you need money for?
You don't need money from me.
You're basically working your way towards the money. You don't need it now.
Yes. I'll start a scholarship to pay for kids to go slack off in college. Maybe I'll start paying off some people's
student
debts.
Loans?
Yeah, some loans.
Yeah.
Since Biden couldn't do it,
I know.
I'll do it. I'll start paying off some student loans. I'll start paying for
BBLs?
Abortions.
Oh, wow.
I'll start like a
okay.
Like a woman's
woman's movement.
Yeah. They
definitely.
repealed, so I'll start paying for like, if you want to fly here,
and get it done,
if you can't do it in your state,
the Ian Lara Fund.
Yeah, wow. That would be.
Would you put them on a jet? Like put them on your own plane?
No, Spirit Airlines.
Spirit, okay.
Yeah, because you did make a poor decision, so you can't be rewarded.
50-50.
But I would get a house, nice house.
Where? Are you staying in New York?
I'm gonna have a few of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a few of them.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You already have the plan. See, that's what I'm saying. You have the plan in place. Like,
I thought I was going to win.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to win.
All right.
I almost didn't come to this. But
okay.
When they announced today that I didn't win, I was like, I guess I got to do the pod. I would get a house in Aruba.
Okay.
A house in DR. Probably a condo in Miami.
Okay.
A house in Jersey. And a house in LA.
Okay. You basically got it all covered.
Yeah.
Nothing overseas like London, Paris, something like
that. I don't really like the Europeans.
Italy. Okay. Big shout out to all our listeners in Europe, by the way.
Shout out to Europe.
We're doing the tour.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Love Europe.
Yeah. No, that's what's up, man. Like, honestly, I feel like I would definitely just like disappear for maybe like a year. And then I'll come back and probably have like dreads. I don't know if there'll be extensions like Fetty Wap or if I'd like,
I thought about getting heightening surgery.
Yeah, because you got to do something drastic to like, when you get that amount of money, people start acting like free. It's like you have to be uber rich for you to realize that like life is about just peace and fluidity and stuff like that. So it's just like, I want to be super rich so I could just, grow my hair, maybe like have a salt and pepper beard that of course I did I went to Turkey for to do it too, and just come back and be like a yogi.
I wonder if I would get height surgery, because I feel like if you got 500 million, you could just be you though. You don't need to be tall. That's kind of overkill. You could just be you.
That's too much.
Yeah. Have you seen this height surgery thing? This is real.
I haven't. So how does what do they break your Achilles?
They
or something
take
like
fat out of your back.
No.
No. I think they drill into your knee and put like a pipe in it, and
do they like? Do people? First of all, how tall do you want to be? That's number one. And number two, do you intend never to fly on planes again? Like, there's responsibilities that come with height. You know what I'm saying? And like,
if you told me right now, if a genie came to me right now and was like, how tall would you want to be? Right now, at this point in my life, I would be like, I'm good. I've already gotten used to this frame.
Okay.
I can't just wake up and be
6'9".
Yeah, I won't know how to do. I don't know how to act.
Yeah,
I won't know what to do with my hands.
True.
But before, if you would have asked me like when I was younger, I would say probably like 6'1".
Okay.
I feel like that's a good height.
Okay.
It's not too tall where you look like a complete idiot, but it's a good height.
Okay.
Yeah.
But my thing is too, you hit on a good point, is the fact that like that's what adulthood is. It's like growing into your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where it's like, I wouldn't know how to drive nobody else's body. I'm still figuring this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I'm looking for a stretch coach because my knees hurt, my back hurt, all these injuries and stuff. And it's just like, you 500 million, you get rid of that.
You wouldn't know what to do if you was 5'7".
No, I wouldn't.
I could tell you wouldn't be able to survive.
Nah, I definitely wouldn't.
You're not built like this.
Nah, it's encoded in my DNA.
To be tall.
Yeah.
How old were you when you were 6 feet?
I think maybe like 13, 14.
You were 6 feet at 13.
Yeah. I've always been a big kid.
I'm damn.
Yeah.
When I was 13, when I was 14, I started high school. When I started high school, I was 5'1".
That is crazy.
Yeah. Solid.
I don't even know what
built
that
like
means.
A tank.
I don't even know what that means.
5'1", bro.
Wow.
When were you 5'1"?
In the third grade.
Yeah.
In the third grade, I was like 5'2", 5'3".
Yeah. But I feel like you are a result of all your experiences, right? So it's like, I feel like if you took that away from me, I might not be the funny, charming, extremely handsome guy that I am today.
You're definitely not going to be you.
I might have took it for granted,
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, do you feel like growing up, because I always felt like there's this narrative out there, which I'm not saying it's not true, but there's this narrative out there that women just love tall men. You feel like that's true?
I wouldn't say that it's 100% true. I would say that it's like 90% true.
What's the 10%? 95. What's the gray area?
The gray area is just like women who are like, whatever. I like short dudes.
Yeah. Shout out to those queens.
Yeah. I'm scared of big dudes.
Yeah. You are scary.
And it's only like 10%.
But I will say this. I think women do love tall men, but they're negotiable, as is everything, right? Like I meet guys who are like, I like this on a girl, but it's negotiable.
Please expound. Hold on, before I continue on, they said that we got to put that on the t-shirt.
The Please Expound shirts.
Please Expound shirts coming soon. Big shout out to the adulterers out there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think that if you're an adult in your 30s, because that's what I consider. So you turn 30, to me, you're a child.
I agree.
Like if you're dating somebody if you're dating somebody that's not, if you're in your 30s and you're dating somebody who's like not 28 yet, you're a pedophile to me, legally. Yeah. Legally, you're a pedophile.
I understand that.
But I would say that if you're 30 years old and you still have a super strict specific type that's based on looks,
you're still a child also.
Grow up.
Yeah, you're still a child also.
Grow up.
Yeah. And you haven't been through like enough life. Like, life has a way of making you grow
humbling
up.
You.
Yeah, forcing you to grow up.
Yeah.
And there's certain like points where there's no going back. You're here now, and now you have to figure shit out.
Like women who are like, the guy needs to be 6'2" to date, like, have your own preferences. But I'm like, you're cutting off so many people. Like, your dating pool is so small. It's kind of crazy.
It is absurd.
What do you think, Ash? Do you have a height preference?
Big shout out to the AI.
Height preference?
Yeah.
I get it when like people are like, oh, I want the guy to be taller than me, but I think
I get that.
comes, like, I think it comes from like a feeling of like wanting to be like feminine.
Sure.
Yeah.
No one wants a giant Bigfoot girl walking around. And how tall are you?
I'm like 5'9", 5'10".
5'10". You're not 5'10".
I'm like 5'9", but last time I told someone that, they got mad and were like, no, you have to be taller. But
Really?
I think that's
You're not 5'9".
Ooh.
Johan, how tall are you?
5'9", 5'10".
I feel like people are lying. Everybody here is lying.
I know I'm telling the truth.
Maybe my height is off.
But you know what? Speaking about height, I was at Taj, right?
Yeah.
And like the security team there basically could have been the New York Knicks, like a bunch of 6'7", 6'9", 6'11", like security guards. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing here?
Yes.
Please get out of here. Now I feel uncomfortable. I'm 6
You felt short?
I felt short. Bro, I'm looking up at...
That's good for you.
Like the
you need
fuck?
some
It was
humbling.
very humbling. It was
You
very
need some
humbling.
humbling.
It was definitely very
You
humbling.
just walk around taller than everybody.
It was
all the
definitely
damn
very
time.
humbling. And it was just like, what are y'all doing here? Shouldn't you be in like Vegas for summer camp or something? But then it's humbling on multiple perspectives, because it's like I'm doing to them what people do to me. Where it's just like,
Yeah.
People
when you
don't-
come around there, like, get the hell out of here.
But last night I'm leaving dinner. Some intoxicated woman was just like, "You're a football player, aren't you? You look like a football player, a basketball player, or something."
Yeah.
Right away, just start vomiting their thoughts.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's never happened to me. Nobody's ever mistaken me for a football player or
Not
basketball
even
player.
like a running back or
Never.
nothing.
I've had the
Special
football
teams?
uniform on, and they
And
were
nothing.
like, "What is this
It was
costume?"
just- it's a Halloween costume.
Yep, never.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, what are you? 6'4"?
6'5".
6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
6'1". So, do you have a height preference on the gal?
On the ladies? No, actually I don't.
You don't care.
No, I don't.
You would date a girl that's 6'6"?
I don't see
Just
why
two
not.
big doofuses walking around all over the place.
Kicking y'all asses out everywhere. Your short ass, put you on the pocket. I wouldn't mind.
You're lying.
No,
You're being politically correct.
No, that's the thing about like adulthood. I'm very comfortable in myself.
You would date a girl that's 6'6".
Chop her
Johan,
big ass down.
Will you date a girl that's 6'6"? You're 5'10"?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Really?
I probably wouldn't.
Nah, I'm getting a red and black lumberjack and
With
chopping
heels,
that tree
with
down,
heels,
nigga.
with
What?
heels, she's
Crazy.
6'10". She's 6'10" with heels.
I mean, I dated a girl who was the same height as me, and I felt like that was like
That's disgusting.
That was too
like
much?
that was like probably like a little shorter, just a tad bit shorter, but like
So she
even
was 5'6".
5'6". She was like 5'6".
Yeah, because you're 5'7".
No,
5'9",
I
right?
can show you my passport right now.
You
keep
wait, your
an
height
eye
is
on
on
the
your
time.
passport?
I'm pretty sure they put your height on your passport.
They don't put your
No,
height
I don't
on your
think so.
passport.
Your driver's license?
On your
I can show
license.
you
So
my
you just
license.
roll that out.
Yeah.
I can show you my
I'm
license.
6'1" on mine.
Yeah.
Are you on that? You know what? You know what's nasty though? Dudes that put like their heights on their Instagram
Oh,
or
yeah,
their
that's
profile.
Oh,
What are you doing?
what a loser.
That is so
Look,
gross.
when that's
Ew.
like guys that put 6'3" on their bio.
That's-
oh my god.
I never even knew that was a thing until I saw it. I was just like, what are you doing here?
Think about how much.
What?
And this is no disrespect. I got friends that do this, but think about how much not shit you must have going for you if
Your
your
selling
height
point.
is
Oh,
is like a
man.
main characteristic.
But
Shout out to everyone with their height in their profile.
how do you?
Thank you
know,
for listening.
Big shout out to y'all and big shout out to everybody that's listening.
Yeah.
But like, how do you even like establish height features from, like shoulder and up? Because I meet a lot of people that outside of Zoom meetings, you know what I mean? Like you do a lot of Zoom meetings from COVID, and then you meet them in person. They're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so tall! I didn't think that you'd be this." Like, how can you assume what somebody's height is? You can't assume that.
But I feel like if it's on Instagram, like if you put your height on Instagram, like any girl can look at your photos and tell you're tall. Like the fact whether you're 6 feet or 6'1", like there's no real difference. Like I don't think that makes a difference to most girls. You're tall. Like you don't have to put that. That's like a girl putting I have big titties on her which I
But
wouldn't
they
mind
do.
if they did put that. Yeah, that's actually good.
Like,
Yeah, that would be nice to weed out.
Like really just right in the profile.
Yeah, that was a bad example.
I've seen this one. The girls is girling. I'm like, who's the girls? And it's like,
the titties is titty.
Yeah, the titties is titty.
Yeah, that was a bad example.
Yeah.
Never mind that. I usually do good ones.
You got to pull it back.
But back to the guys. Don't put your height in your profile.
Don't.
It looks bad. It looks lame.
It's tacky.
It's
really
tacky. It's tacky.
The girls are gonna talk about you.
Yeah, I mean, look,
in a negative way.
some girls love it.
They do. Probably.
I know those women listening right now who are like, I love it. When I was out, slinging and slanging, I would sometimes I would like have girls message me and be like, and just ask me how tall I am, which is very offensive, but I ask them how much they weigh.
Really, oh wow! Can you serve that right back? Like tennis?
Yeah. Just so we know. So we know.
You get it right out there.
They're like, I want to see how you would look in heels. I was like, I want to see if you would break my bed.
One time for all the big girls out there. Shout out to the big girls. This is the Adulthood Pod. We love everybody out here. You heard?
Nah, I used to like now I say it right away. I'm like, first of all, you can see video of me. I be having most
That's
girls.
The thing.
What's the thing?
Bro, you on billboards.
Yeah, that is true. But on billboards, I look bigger.
Yeah, you're 100 feet tall on the billboard.
Yeah.
So,
but I had girls tell me in person that I'm taller than they thought. Because now I downplay it. I say I'm 5'1".
But you know what? You're taller than a lot of celebrities.
Yes,
like,
that is the thing.
That's the thing.
I'm taller than a lot of celebrities. I have met them. They are small.
They look like adult children.
Yes.
Like they're like tiny people.
And the women, like I'm taller than like 90% of the women celebrities, I think. Like by inches.
By far, yeah. But like honestly taller than a lot of like the men celebrities too.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of them 5'2", 5'3", little ass children running around here.
Short looks good on camera. It looks good on camera. Like tall doesn't look that good on camera. Like when like The Rock is tall, he's like your height, right?
Yeah.
When
it's impossible to shoot, right?
When he does scenes, the girls have to be on lifts.
Platforms.
Yeah, they have to be on lifts because he's so much taller than them, and you can't get a straight shot of
them.
He's head and shoulders over them. Yeah. Even when he shoots with Kevin Hart, they gotta
put him on the lift.
Put him up a little bit.
But you know what's crazy? You don't really realize it until you see some shit like that, where it's just like you stand up, like I know I'm tall, but like I don't realize just how tall I am until like I see a video or a picture of like my
you
friends
standing
and
next
stuff,
to me.
That too, and it's just like holy shit, like whew, I get it. Yeah.
Now, is your dad tall?
No, that's the thing. This is I'm an X-Man. This is a freaking nature.
How tall is your dad?
I'm like what 5'9", and my mom's 5'6".
What?
Tall. Yeah, it's a gift from God.
You got tall family though, grandfather.
My grandfather was 6 foot. My uncle on my mom's side, my grandfather's his son was like 6'1", but I think my height comes from my dad's dad.
He was tall?
Side, yeah, he was tall.
Now, would you date a girl that's 4'11"?
I think that's a little bit small. I don't want to get arrested because that could look like something, like she look, if 4'11", that looks like a child.
These women,
no disrespect. Shout out to all the ladies.
Shout out to 4'11" girls.
Yeah.
These short women because sometimes you meet short girls who are like, my guy needs to be 6'6".
Because
I want to be clear when I say this. You and your boyfriend, you guys look like idiots. When you stand together, you look stupid. He's 6'6", you're 4'8".
You know what it is,
you look
though?
dumb.
You know what it is? Because I can explain it.
All right.
What it is that to anyone who's small, a big person looks like basically a jungle gym. And I know because this is what kids do.
Expound.
They see you and it's just like, and they just want to climb and jump and you're a jungle gym. And unfortunately, I think that psyche transfers over to, those who are 4'11". That's why they want 6'5", 7 foot. Like Shaq's wife was tiny.
Yeah, you're right. Shout out to the short girls with the tall boys.
One time to the short ladies.
Now, Ash, would you date a guy that's 5'1"? That's rough. That's rough.
Don't height shame. Don't height shame. We love everybody over here.
Yeah, we love everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you believe they should be allowed to like vote, but you're not saying they can't vote. But would you date her? You're 5'10". That's tough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you wear heels?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So you're like 6'2" with heels.
Yeah, I mean, usually I just wear like 3 inches, so like 6'1".
6'1", 6'2". What about a guy that's 7'1"?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You're a height supremacist.
That's a t-shirt if I ever heard one. Oh,
that's tough.
intellectual property, height supremacist. That's
Oh,
hilarious. We got to run with that one.
That's 7'1" is really stupid.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Like but I don't think people realize just how uncomfortable that person's life is, because I'm 6'5" and I realize like, damn, this shit's annoying for me. So I can't even imagine like being 7'1". Like you can't go into no store and buy anything. Like,
you're also gonna die early.
I mean, God forbid, you know.
Tall people die.
But don't they have like, what is it?
Short people don't die.
Don't they have stem cell therapy and all that stuff? We can't fix that.
Tall people die earlier.
So
that's a fact.
If you have height surgery, does that mean you're increasing your risk of dying earlier?
I researched this. Tall people die earlier because your heart has to pump harder to get the blood to go to all the
regions.
Not 5'10". I'm talking about like 7'1".
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just like, did you like find that out to make yourself feel better about being short?
Yeah, I needed a couple things, and I was like, you know, a longer life is nice. I'll take it. But I would say most girls. Look, I remember in one of the, you know, the movie Hitch.
Yeah.
You watch Hitch?
Yeah.
Will Smith and
Kevin James.
Kevin James, yeah. Paul Blart. One of the themes of the movie Hitch, he's like, Will is like, any man has the ability to sweep any woman off her feet at any given moment. You just have to know what to say and know what to do. You agree with that?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's not as it's a simplification of it because it gives everybody a chance, but it's possible.
100%.
It doesn't matter your height or how you look. If you say the wrong things, if you say the right things and you're funny in the right way, funny is like the key.
It's definitely the key.
Yeah.
But I think what you were saying also too, of like, if you say the wrong things, like if you could have everything going for you, money, blah, 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 jewelry, be at the white party with Mike Rubin, all of that. But if you say the wrong things, there's the possibility that you could lose all of your chances if you're trying to entertain, you know, a certain woman.
Yeah.
Right? But there's also the higher probability that you won't care because you've also had basically a roster in your phone. But I say that to say that, you know, you got to be like an interesting person. You know what I mean? Like funny. You got to like be able to drink Aperol spritzes. We're still waiting on our endorsement. Like you have to have things going for you to be able to just be able to entertain and like.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people are not interesting.
I think that's a function of society, honestly.
Yeah. This is like a pro tip, like pro adulthood tip.
Bling! We need a sound effect for that.
Be more interesting.
Yeah.
Get some stories. Like,
live life. Get your passport.
If they're not yours, steal stories. Tell other people stories. Like go on ChatGPT and be like, give me some interesting stories and have some things to say.
And, you know, give me the life of Ian Lara mixed with DJ 8PM. And then, like, it'll point you to the Adulthood pod. You listen and then you go live life.
I wasn't always interesting.
You weren't?
No.
I doubt it.
I'm telling you, I wasn't always interesting. But I had to allow myself to live.
When did you think that you became interesting?
It was my 20s.
Like, but when? Like, when is, like, the point, that button, like?
It was gradual. But I think it started around 24.
Okay.
Around 24, I had a couple stories that I could get by. Now, you know, my stories are just like ridiculous, off the cuff.
You get paid for them.
Yeah, but around 24, I had like 3 stories that I could tell at any given moment that would captivate
after
a
that,
woman.
That's it.
Yeah, after that I ran out. Like if you wanted to hear more, I had to leave.
Go to the library.
Like I would say the stories and leave. Like don't even give her a chance to like ask for more.
So that, you know, that bugs me out on people like who get married at 24. It's like, what the hell are y'all gonna talk about if you only have 3 stories? You know what I mean?
If you get married at 24, I'll see you around when you're 40.
Guaranteed.
That's just what it is. I'm gonna see you later when you're 40. The divorce rate, this is a fact. The divorce rate, when I say this is a fact, I just mean I think it. I don't want people messaging me like this is not a fact. When I say it's a fact, I just mean like I factually believe it. So don't at me on it. But the divorce rate is actually going down because the age of people getting married is going up.
Inverse effect. Okay.
Yeah.
Please expound. You sound real scientific right now.
Well, it just makes sense. Like, why would you get married at 24?
Pressure, family pressure.
Pressure, that's why.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure, pregnancy, all the P's.
All the P's.
But at 20, because the difficult thing is like at 24. Like, think about you at 24, man.
I was an idiot.
I used to drink Sidveka.
Bro, I used to drink Svedka. What was it?
Sky
Locos?
Vodka.
Bro.
4 Locos.
Oh my God.
I used to take gas station
Devil
dick
Spring.
pills.
Yeah, all the time.
I was doing Devil Spring.
Fucking Spring.
Yes.
The ginseng at the gas station.
I was just a horrible version
ridiculous. You're not a person.
Me.
You're like basically like you goop. And all we would drink is drink your ass off and then try to get up on Monday morning.
I was also very poor.
Yeah.
Like under the poverty level.
Like poor.
Yeah. But I made it work though. You would have never known if you came around me.
You definitely have to.
I made it work. I wasn't, I lived under my means. I lived like at my means, But yeah, like I mean, to the girls who I dated when I was 24.
Sorry.
But yeah, I was,
dude.
But I will say this, because like I'm comparing 24 to 32.
Yeah.
But at 24 compared to 24-year-olds, I was killing it.
Okay.
I had a job, I had a car, I had a degree. I was doing good.
But in the life scale,
when you compare it to an adult man, I was not that. Yeah.
Nah, because you actually have to go through some shit, like some real life shit, like having explosive diarrhea while you're driving on a car and like you don't know what to do. So like, what are you gonna do in that situation? You know what I mean? Like, and that teaches you things about yourself.
It shows you who you are.
Yeah.
The true character of a man. It's not when he stands. And you know the rest of the saying. What do you think about public proposals?
Oh, I think that they're very egregious.
I think they should be illegal.
Yeah.
Like
Which one I wrote to my congressman.
Huh?
Are you talking about one in specifically?
No, all of them. All of them should be illegal.
Because there was
Don't involve me in your proposal.
But did you see there was a viral video of a dude who's proposing to his girlfriend on a plane when she's in the bathroom? That is the most. That should be like he should be
put on a no-fly list.
Yeah. Like, bro, you can't get on this Spirit Airlines flight ever again. That is
a threat. He's a threat to society. He should be on a no-fly list and be forced to take Greyhounds.
That is absurd. Like, had people filming it all in your moment and stuff. Like, there's nothing romantic about that. Especially if she would have, what if she just had Chick-fil-A or something like that and she was in there for a long time and now you're going to expose everybody to what she was just going through?
I don't know. And look, shout out to everyone that did a public proposal that's listening to this. But these other, not the listeners, the other people that do it.
Yeah, not the adulterers.
It's like, why would you do this? Dude, I'm like, I take honor in the fact that when you see me outside, whether it's on an airplane, on a bus, in a restaurant, wherever I'm at, I take honor in the fact that the way I behave is as if I'm not even there. Like, there's no, you're not going to hear no fidgeting. I'm not fidgeting in the bag. I'm not making noises. I'm not on the phone. I'm silent. I don't bother nobody, bro. That's like it's like me there and me not there, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I take solace in that.
I think it's because you're 5'7".
That helps.
Because there's no way, I really wish I could get to that level of peace, but I have the total opposite experience of that.
I'm not going to say that doesn't help, but like, for example, if I get on if you have the pleasure of like sitting next to somebody like me on an airplane, you're going to know the difference. Because when we land, 15 hours later, you're going to be like, I didn't even know I was sitting next to somebody. You didn't say a word to me.
Yeah.
You didn't ask me for anything. You didn't ask me to get up. I have sat full cross-country flight next to like a beautiful woman. Not a word out of my mouth. I'm not saying nothing.
That's
like
amazing.
She'll try to talk to me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, not a word. I'm not getting up to pee. I'm not saying nothing.
That's great. Oh, in my experience, it's, did you play in the NBA? Are you in the NFL? What team did you play for? Why you're tall? And it's just like, I'm really just trying to like sit here and drink my green tea while I'm waiting for my therapist or whatever, while I'm reading Reader's Digest or whatever I got going on. Nope. Peace automatically disturbed. And it's just like, it's kind of crazy because, you know, that happens with celebrity too, where, bro, when you get to that point where people just start, they can't even control themselves. It's just like, I want to eat. Like, that's crazy.
I've had people ask me for photos on the plane.
Yeah.
That was nice.
But what if it's all the time? Like to the point where you can't even have a bad day.
When people come up to me, like when people come up to me like at airports or whatever and like want a photo, want to think, like that doesn't really bother me. I'm more bothered by somebody who just wants to know about my day.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, that's way more annoying.
You don't like friends?
To me. Well, like I feel like first of all,
what are you asking me for?
On a flight, I feel like flight etiquette is we have to don't strike up a conversation before we take off.
Should we? I think we gotta save this because this is great. Because we did funeral etiquette, we did wedding etiquette. Are we going into flight etiquette now, etiquette. Or do we want to save this for next week?
I fly every single week. Like I'm
a professional,
million-mile flyer. I'm on a plane every single week.
Delta Sky Lounge.
You should not start if you want to talk to somebody on a plane, don't start the conversation with them before the flight takes off. Bling. That sets a bad precedent.
Automatically.
In the person's head, they're like,
I don't want to talk.
Am I going to have to talk to this person for the 7 hours?
Ride.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Wait till the flight takes off, and because even if you want to be silent, there comes when you take a long flight, there becomes a point where you get restless.
Yes.
Like I'll do this. Like I'll just be quiet the whole time, and then I'll watch the movie, I'll do the writing, I'll listen to the album, but then at some point I just take it off and I'm just like, fuck. So what's up?
Yeah.
What's your deal?
Yeah.
You know, like you just have that energy.
Yeah.
Wait till that. It's gonna come on a long flight.
Yeah.
You know, I sat next to a girl one time. I forgot where I was going. I think I was going. It wasn't a long flight. I think I was going down south. It was a quick, like maybe hour 20 flight, something like that. And she was dressed like a Instagram model.
Was she going to Miami? Had to go to Miami. Had to be Florida.
I don't think it might have been Atlanta.
That was going to be my next guest. Okay.
She was dressed like an Instagram model to the point where I almost broke my own rule, and I wanted to ask her, where are you going? What's going on here? What's the thing? Yeah. What's the thing here? Like she got up to go use the bathroom, and I didn't even watch. I watched all the men
staring,
look at her
go to the bathroom.
Yeah. And she was quite nice. One time my friend was on a plane. I don't even know if I could tell it. Well, you don't know
Redacted.
Yeah, you don't know my friend.
Yeah.
One time my friend was on a plane and he started hooking up. Like we was in first class. He started hooking. He was right behind me. He started hooking up. Because he had his seat was
with the passenger?
Yeah, his seat was empty. Like he was sitting on one. I was sitting next to some old, dumb, annoying guy. And he had the empty seat next to him. In the back, it was the 2 seat in the front row in first class, and he had the second seat empty. And then across from him, it was another girl who had a seat empty, right? And that's how we boarded. Like when we took off, that's how we boarded. And I put my headphones on, and I was we take off. It's like a night flight, so everything is dark. Yeah, we take off, and in the middle of the flight, like I hit the restless thing, and I'm not gonna talk to the guy who So I take off my thing and I turn around and I look behind the seats. And when I look behind, he's literally, and I swear I'm not making this up, he's literally sucking the girl's boobs. Like the girl that was sitting across from me, he's literally sucking the girl's boobs. And I look at him and he sees me look, he sees me look, we like lock eyes and he just winks and I'm like, that's the gayest thing.
That's kind of weird.
It's pretty weird. It was kind of gay, but
super weird. I didn't know where that was going.
Yeah, but
I didn't think a wink.
Yeah, but I'm like, when we landed, I'm like, bro, what? How does this happen? Yeah. How he was just like, he was like, she was smiling at me from across the thing, so I just invited her over, and then we just. Some guys are like this. I had a friend like this growing up. Who like everywhere we went to, he would just hook up.
But on a plane?
Everywhere we went to, he would hook up.
That is crazy. Is this pre or post COVID?
It's pre.
All right, but still, like
plain full sucking boobs.
That's crazy. I mean, like I guess they do pump like the air and stuff into the cabin. He was probably like high. Y'all high.
Yeah, the air was definitely filtered, and we had a couple like drinks and stuff. So I guess
that's what it is.
Yeah,
you have the drinks in the air. You definitely do get a little bit looser. Yeah,
he was fully, and I'm like when we landed, I'm like, bro, like, I think that's illegal. That's got to be a crime. I don't think
in some states.
Yeah, I don't think that's legal to suck titties on an airplane.
Yeah,
I don't think
like
not in first class. No, maybe
not.
coach, but not up there.
Nebraska,
but
Idaho,
first class was just and the girl, she was actually like older too. She was like, we were like in our 20s and she was like in her 40s.
Oh,
yeah.
She was rocking the cradle.
Yeah.
She was probably going through it. She was like getting her groove back.
Shout out. I don't see that ever happening to me.
That's crazy.
You could come up to me, pull your titties out on a plane, and I'm going to be like, I'm good.
Yeah. because you're older now.
Yeah.
That's like a thing where it's just like, that's not normal behavior. You don't just get your titty sucked by a stranger on Spirit. You know, maybe you do, but like, you know what I'm saying?
That's definitely not happening
That's
on
like,
Spirit. That's like Delta, American United, the top 3. Spirit ain't no
like,
titties.
That's a red flag. Like, I don't know you, and you just want me to suck your titties on the plane?
I take that back. If you pull out your titties
You're
on a
gonna
plane,
at least take a taste?
yeah. If you pull out it, depending on where we going and where the flight is, I like we could talk about it. It's not an automatic no.
It's not an automatic.
But I'm leaning towards no.
Okay.
But I'm leaning towards no.
Okay.
But I had a friend like this who, like, growing up, we would like, it wasn't intentional. Like, I know him personally. He wasn't trying, but we would just go places and he would just hook up, like, in places where you're not supposed to be hooking up.
Why?
Bro, I don't know. Like, that's just how it happened. Like, from high school, like, we would just go places and we would, like, I remember we would, like, leave a party and, like, we would go, let's say, like, a party, like a house party. And we would be like, that party was whack. And he would be like, yeah, but I was sucking titties in the bathroom. And you're like, how was you? And he wasn't lying. Like, I knew for a fact he wasn't lying. He really was doing it. And I was like, how does this keep doing it?
Was he
like,
a munch?
I don't know, bro. He's like, I don't know. Like, he's like, it just be happening.
Did he have
was
hook
tall.
up face?
He was tall. He was like 6'2".
Okay. But did he have hookup face or something? Did they feel comfortable around him?
From my experience, and I've seen it, honestly, I'm only saying this because I've seen it happen like 10 times. He didn't do much
10
work.
10 times was a lot.
It would only happen when the girl made like a beeline for him.
For him?
Yeah, and was like, let's get it on.
Okay. Did he have like a special cologne or something? Pheromones or
Bro,
something?
he
like
had
that
nothing. He
on?
barely bathed. That's what
crazy.
I'm saying. Like, he wasn't
crazy.
like, he wasn't that.
If you would have seen AI's face.
His whole
after
thing
that,
was,
yeah, that's
dude,
my face too.
His whole thing was like,
no,
nah, he didn't have body odor. He didn't have body odor. But I'm saying, like, his whole thing was like, all y'all making all this effort, buying the clothes, the kicks, the thing. I'm not doing none of that.
So he was
I'm
him.
making out in the bathroom.
But he was him.
I guess
He was
he was
him.
unapologetically him
Himself.
which that'll go further than anything.
That's a key. That's one of those things. If you don't understand, because that happens, where it's just you don't understand it, but they pull him. It's what he was doing. Just
Being yourself is harder than anything. It is easier to be somebody else.
That sounds like it should be in a textbook. You sound like Nietzsche, one of them cats. Keep going.
Yeah, being yourself. It is easier to be somebody else. Like, for me to sit here and just be myself, it is not easy. I could be you. I could be like, hey, look at me. I'm 6'5". I used to play football and basketball, but now I need, that was easy for me.
I'm sorry, I can't do the same because 5'7" was so long ago. I can't even try to.
Yes, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, I can still go on rides. I've
it's
been
very
going
hard.
on rides since I was.
It's easier to go up in height.
Yeah,
it's harder to go down in height.
It's definitely difficult.
It's like lifestyle.
Yeah,
like you can't go down.
No, you definitely can't. But still, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom.
Yeah. So if you can learn how to just be yourself, even if you're like a weirdo, and I know like this is gonna be controversial, but like even if you're like a weirdo, like if you own it, it becomes charming.
But the thing is, it's not even. It doesn't even. I mean, it still is looked as weird, but it just depends on what you do. But if you're just doing your own thing, maybe you want to wear polyester on the hottest day, or you want to wear a fur coat in July and then be butt naked. But that's your thing. This is like, yo, he's weird, but that's his thing.
If you want whatever you want to walk around with a feather, you're the guy that has a feather, and man. You just like put the feather, and you're like, and if you own it and you look like you look comfortable doing it, you'll be fine.
Just don't try that with the wrong person though.
So like, you're gonna get slapped for sure. If you put a feather on somebody, you're gonna get slapped. That goes without saying.
This is still,
but there'll still be a the highest. Here's what I'll say: the highest success rate lies in you being yourself.
Authenticity
in life.
Yeah,
you have to be authentically yourself.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
And it's also a little bit of a conundrum.
Questions. Yeah.
Because
that's what I'm here for.
It's like people are portraying these things, especially on social media, where it's supposed to be them, but it's not. So then they develop the following where they're being them, but they're not really being them. They're just being it for the likes.
This is the problem with social media.
I'm confused.
This is the problem that social media
perplexed.
Has bestowed upon us.
Ooh, Scrabble word.
Yep.
Ding. 47 points.
People want to be somebody else because it's easier. And sometimes it seems like that's the thing that gets you the clout that you want.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at somebody like Cardi B. Cardi B got so big. So many girls try to do what Cardi did. But Cardi is everyone's... She's at the top because she is unapologetically herself. She is the most herself. She's so much herself. I feel like her management has to tell her to pull back.
Tone down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stop. Like stop.
You're in a different threshold.
Yeah.
Now.
Stop putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. Everyone, no matter what she does or did, everyone loves her because everybody secretly wants to be themselves.
And said, little bitch, you can be if you wanted to. These is blood issues. That's why they love her.
Bodak Yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. That was the song.
You know what? We want to talk about moments in music. That was one of those like trajectories that you can't even like think about. You know what I mean? Where it went from only the Ratchet Girls. Shout out to all the Ratchet Girls. Y'all know who you are. Only the Ratchet Girls was singing that at brunch to where like soccer dads was talking about like, oh, and talking about bloody shoes.
I remember the first time I heard Bodak Yellow, I was like, this is a hit.
Yeah,
This
instantaneously.
This is a hit. This is good.
I was at brunch.
You were?
Yeah.
I was in the car and Funk Flex played it like 14 times.
Shout out to Flex.
Yeah, and I was like, this goes.
Man, I missed those times.
2018?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a good time.
It was a great time.
I was 28.
I was 29.
Yeah. Were we working on the show at the time? Yeah.
Remember that was when Cardi was out of here.
Yeah. Barty.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic. But today's lesson, kids. Not kids. You're not kids. That's not what this is. Adults. Adulthood.
Is this like group therapy?
Yes. You ask me that every week, and every week I say yes.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
We got to be on brand.
There you go.
There you go.
This is Adulthood, wellness and lifestyle podcast. We just want people to do whatever we think.
Can we put like flowy sounds in the background while he's doing this part? Like I feel like,
yeah,
you know, feeling woo 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 right now.
Let's burn some incense or something.
Yeah. Anybody got sage?
Yeah. Before we go, do you burn sage? Are you a sage guy?
If that's so.
What is sage? What's sage?
It's a plant, I think.
Is it a plant? Do you know?
It's a herb. I think
a herb?
Yeah.
Do you smoke it or you just burn it?
You just burn it and you get
like
the chi.
And
it get the evils.
It kills the vibe.
The negative vibes. It chases
good vibes.
Yeah.
It puts good vibes.
Or maybe it kills the negative.
It chases the negative vibes away. The chi.
But is this? I want to like
investigate this more.
Yes, I want to like show up to like places that have negative vibes. Like, let's show up to like a Bitcoin convention and start burning. See if all the guys just run out.
Like a professional chi master.
Yeah.
That'd be some good content.
Has that been done? We got to do that.
I mean, there's sage in the drawer. Over
there is.
I can sense it.
We're gonna burn sage for the next episode.
For the next episode.
All right.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Will the alarms go off?
I have no idea.
All right. I guess we'll see. Where you gonna be? Oh, we're going on vacation.
I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Europe. Don't look for me because I'm not looking for y'all. I'm just playing. But yeah.
Always looking for adulterers.
Yeah.
Yep. August 1st, I'll be on vacation too. I'll be in the Dominican Republic. I'm taking a week off, making all the rounds.
Can you bring back some burricao, please?
If you want, yeah.
Thank you.
For sure. But look, we're going on vacation, but we know that y'all need y'all fix, so we gave y'all an episode. Here it is.
Are we drug dealers?
Yeah, and we'll come back from vacation with more stories and more adulthood tips. I'm DJ APM. That's Ian Lara. Thank you for listening to the Adulthood podcast. Please subscribe, like, send us your questions. Tell us how much you love it. Tell us how much you enjoy the episode. And tell your friends to listen to us.
And some sage. Send us some sage.